What's going on, guys? Excuse me. How's everybody doing tonight? We got break number 68 of 2023 Bowman Chrome coming at you in the mega format. 20 boxes. Just rolling out the mojos. So as per usual, if you've been with us in the mega breaks, you will have a brief about 7-8 minutes before we get rolling. I'm going to cut open all the boxes, get the packs going, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. Orioles are getting their they're getting the work, man. And I'm gonna tell you this much, guys: the Orioles the Orioles are not a fraud. They're not a fraud. Nobody should think that. That shouldn't even be a thought. The Orioles are far from being frauds. Okay, the Orioles are young. And if you follow baseball, playoff baseball is different, man. It's different. I said it before coming in. The Orioles were not going to do much. They're young. They're young. If you thought they were going to make a deep run, I mean, there's a chance because they're super talented. But they're young. Young teams don't typically make big runs in the playoffs. It just doesn't really happen. It's a different game. The pressure, the situational aspect of things, it all comes into play. And the Orioles are going to be very, very, very good for years to come. And their performance in this series is not going to be indicative of what their future looks like. So they are the farthest thing from a fraud. They are very much a young team that over the course of 162 games, they're really good. They're going to play really well. And they're going to take this year, they're going to learn, and they're going to move forward, they're going to move past, and it's going to be all for the betterment in the long run. I mean, 2 years, at least 2 years ahead, Brandon. Honestly, at least 2 years ahead. You got to figure Adley Rutschman was drafted in 2019, so was Gunnar. They've got Jackson Holliday still down, who likely will become an impact piece at some point. They've still got some arms. They've got, I mean, you know how many people, you know how many guys they had come up this year and make their big league debut? Those teams don't win. Whoa! Those teams don't win World Series that year. Yeah, I told you, man. Everybody was all. So many people were like, "Oh man, Orioles. You know, they're second favorite to win the World Series, so on and so forth." They're young, man. They're young. They're young. They're gonna learn. And the thing is, too, is the only thing that can hurt the Orioles is if they take this series and their young prospects and their young players take this and don't look at the positive side of things and don't look at the growth that they can make, then it will kill them. It will hurt them, but I don't foresee that happening. I don't foresee that happening. If the Orioles want to make a deep run next year, what they need to go do is they need to go out, they need to go get one, maybe two veteran arms. One, maybe two veteran arms. And then, even Santander, even Ryan O'Hearn, guys like that, they don't have a ton of playoff experience. You know, those guys are going to learn just as much as the young guys. If the Orioles can go out and get a couple veteran arms, they're going to be perfectly fine. They're going to be perfectly fine. Pitchers are always going to be the answer when it comes to playoff leadership. Look at the teams winning. The teams that are winning currently either have veteran position players, veteran pitchers, or both. It's just the truth. It's the way it's been in the game for as long as I can remember. The young, exciting teams that everybody wants to see just like come in and just massacre the playoffs. That's tough, man. That's tough. And I'm sure every Orioles fan... What do you mean? Look at the D-backs and Dodgers? Do you want to know what the D-backs have, Chris? Veteran pitching. They have veteran pitching. They have defense. They have Evan Longoria. They have a locker room guy who's been there. The Dodgers literally have guys that have been to the World Series in the last 3 years. What? The Dodgers are a very bad example. Come on, Chris, you better than that. Come on, Dodgers. Dodgers are practically the daggone veteran team of the century right now. They don't have any. They have very few newcomers. Hey, you gotta look. They got Gurriel's not that young. Longoria's not that young. Tommy Pham's not young. Christian Walker's not young. You gotta look at the guys. You gotta look at the guys that they have around them. Correct. But what's killing the Dodgers right now? It's their pitching. And their pitching mostly this year, their successful pitchers were young. Pepio, Bobby Miller. Right? Kershaw's been shaky. Lance Lynn was a terrible pickup. Right? Like, they're pitchers who have been performing well and they've been relying on this year, all young. And again, it's baseball, right? Like, there's no foolproof plan, right? Can't say, okay, if you have a veteran here, veteran there, this guy, that guy, you're going to win it all. So, I mean, that plays a factor, too. Dodgers are crapping the bed right now. But my whole point is when you have a team like that with a lot of young guys around them, or, when you have a team like the Orioles with just a massive amount of young guys, they need some of that veteran leadership. And believe it or not, I think for the Diamondbacks, I know people won't like to hear it, but I truly believe that the veteran leadership that's there is Tommy Pham and Longoria. Longoria obviously heavier, but Tommy Pham's been through a lot, man. He's a seasoned vet. Not that he's not that he's the guy that I'd say, hey, follow what Tommy does all the time, but he's still a veteran leader. Plus, I mean, when you play defense like they do, like I said, the Diamondbacks, they have the recipe, too, for playoff baseball. They play incredible defense. They're currently in the playoffs. They are the best defensive rated team in the playoffs. The Brewers were the only team better than they were, and they beat them. So, when you piece that together, they don't give up too many mistakes for you to build on, whether it be errors, whether it be runs given up, whether any of that. They do a good job of not giving you those opportunities. So, when you put that into play, it's always going to give you a chance. But yes, Chris, I know where you're coming from. Chris is like, you're wrong. You don't know anything you're talking about. All right, here we go, guys. Let's rock and roll. Churio Emmanuel Bonilla kicking us off on the autos. Nice Bonilla. I gotta turn that hockey game down behind me. Out of 199, Raymond Mola. Miguel Tamaris. Brooks Brandon out of 199. Derniche. Mikey Romero for the Red Sox. Team logos are tough. Red Sox. For who? The Dodgers? And yellow, Adrian Pinto out of 75 for the Blue Jays. Are the Dodgers ERA that's that bad? Oh, Orioles. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough break. But I will say, I think that I do believe the Rangers have been kind of overlooked a lot this year. Maeda, Rainer, Salas, Rainer, Almeida, Castro. Yeah, I haven't seen a color auto yet either. We haven't seen a color auto yet. Diverson, Guanipa. Iconic, Rutschman, Torin. Fellman, Jesus Caba, Welbin, Duno, and purple, Hendry Chevalier out of 250. Edinson Paulino going out to the Red Sox. Soto and purple, Elijah Green. Randomizer wasn't your friend today. All right, here we go. Cerna, Vargas, Reimer, and blue. Nice blue Brailer out of 150 for the Rays. Very nice. Very nice Brailer. Salas, Rainer. And purple Wellman out of 250. Nice Wellman. These are 299, excuse me. The purples are out of 299. I know. I agree. It was weird when he was like, it was weird when I came in the one day and Nick goes, hey, we might be getting Chrome Mega cases. And I was like, all right. Because we usually, like Chrome and Bowman, will usually do some Mega stuff because of the Mojos. And a lot of times the Mojos do hold some pretty decent value. So I wasn't totally surprised, but I was briefly surprised. And I really liked Bowman because they had a lot of the rookie Mojos. And Manny Machado out of 25 on the orange iconic. 25 of 25. That's a pretty cool one with the orange on orange for the Orioles. That's pretty nice. We're going to put the orange front and center. Brailer Guerrero, Walcott, and green, Drew Jones out of 99. Simon Juan going out to the Mets. And Anderson De Los Santos out of 199 for the Orioles. Welbin, Duno, Cava, and Bergola. I'll tell you what, we didn't have a lot of color this time around. I feel like we had more color. The last case we had like 6 autos, too. 6 or 7 autos. It's a little bit lower on the auto run, too. This one. All right, let's go over to our team list here. All right, let's roll our Mojos. Base Mojos, Brailer Guerrero, Walcott, Francisca, Duno, Vargas, ×2. Salas, Arias, Duno, Guanipa, ×2. Celestin, Francisca, Salas, Mayea, Arias, Salas, Arias, Almeida, and Ariel Castro. And numbered action. Out of 99, green, Drew Jones. Out of 199, Anderson De Los Santos. Out of 299, Hendry Chivoli. And up in the showcase, going out to the Guardians, Adam Merkin. Nice Welbin Francisca out of 299. Going out to the Mets, DJ George. Nice autograph, Simon Juan. Going out to the Rays, Joe Reinsch. How about that nice Brailer Guerrero blue out of 150? Going out to the Red Sox, pair of autos here. You got Edinson Paulino and Mikey Romero. Going out to Jason Tomboli. And going out to the Jays, Chris Edwards. Nice Emmanuel Bonilla and the Adrian Pinto out of 75. And last but not least for the Orioles and Matt Gilmet. Nice orange Mojo iconic Manny Machado, number 25 of 25. All right, guys, that is it for our Chrome Mega Case. We'll be back live, hopefully here in a little bit with either football or baseball. So feel free to tune in. Otherwise, as always, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out here at Best